Hey everybody, it's Benny P with Lively Legs Fly Fishing. I'm in the fly shop this morning. I just got a little bit of downtime and I'm going to do a video that has been requested probably to me personally at least 100 times, and I've been waiting to do this video until we got our Lively Leg nets in. And this video is going to be on my hook system, my do-it-yourself hook system that keeps your net on your side while you're fly fishing. If you've watched our videos, you've seen me out there on a stream, and I've always had my net on my side. I easily can grab my net off my side, net the fish, put the fish back in the water, and boom, just like that, my net's sitting right back on my side. I don't use a magnet. I actually use a little, what I call a hook system, a do-it-yourself hook system that I came up with years ago. Big Shrive uses this. You'll see Iron Mike, he uses this, and he actually puts it on his book bag now. And it's a great little system when you're out on the water to make your net conveniently at your side. Pull it off, net your fish, and bam, just like that, it goes right back on your side. So watch this video. I'm going to show you how to make this neat little hook that hooks your net right to your side. And it costs maybe a couple dollars at most and a little bit of time. Watch the video, you're going to like it. Okay, before I go any further in the video, I just wanted to explain. I said you may have a couple dollars in this net hook system, and that's correct. 88 cents for this spatula. For the spatula that I use to make this hook, I have less than $1 worth of electrical tape on this. But our net and most other nets come with this elastic lanyard and the swivel system, which they're great. But if you want to go to the next step like I did, and you want to make it extra heavy duty, I have probably a couple dollars in this as well. I have this little S clip, so I can easily clip it on and off my belt or my side, and I'll show you that. And I have a bungee cord, which I've had this bungee cord for years in my garage, but I'll explain that as well. So I would say you'll have under $5 in the whole system. If you want to use the elastic lanyard that comes with the net, which is perfectly fine, that's the one I just saw my Iron Mike's most recent video, that's on there. You can use that. And I'm thinking for me, for the length of my arm, and I'm 6'1", the length of this is just going to be a little bit better to make sure I can get a little more reach on it. So, and it's definitely more heavy duty. It's a bungee cord, thick bungee cord. So I'm going to go ahead and proceed with the video, but I wanted to point that out before I proceeded with the video so people know that yes, you're going to have a couple dollars in the actual hook system. Plus, if you want to go to the next level and add this device, this gadget to it, that's probably going to be a few more dollars. You may have $5, $6 possible depending on where you buy your stuff, but just wanted to add that to the video before I continued. Okay, we're in the shop. I'm going to run you down everything that you're going to need for this project, and of course the first thing you're going to need is a net. This happens to be our new Lively Legs net, wooden handle. It also has the rubber coated mesh, which is nice for catch and release. Next thing you're going to need is a spatula or something similar, and what we're looking for is, I already cracked the handle off it, but you need this stem piece, this piece of metal, and we're looking for at least a 6-piece long stem. We have a quick clip. I like these S-style quick clips, and I'll show you why later. You have your electrical tape, a bungee cord, an old phone cord will work as well. This is going to work out really nice, and I'll show you. A pair of pliers, hacksaw, Dremel tool. You can also use a metal file, and we have our tape measure. Okay, I'm going to start with the spatula stem that we're going to need. This stem right here. Put it on the edge of the table, have this secure. Grab my hacksaw. We're going to cut that stem off. You want to make sure you have at least 6 inches of that stem. Okay, once you're 3/4 of the way through, you can just go ahead and break that off the rest of the way. And you'll see this creates some sharp edges. So the next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take your file, your metal file or your Dremel tool, and you're going to want to clean those sharp edges off. Okay, that's nice and cleaned. No more sharp little spurs there that's going to catch your waders or any of your equipment and ruin it. And I'll show you this stem is down to just a little under 6.5 inches. Next thing we're going to want to do is we're going to want to take our pliers you're going to want to go right about to that 3-inch mark. You're going to want to put a slight bend in that. You can see if I put this down on the table, you can see that slight bend. That's what you want. Not too much, just a little bit of a bend. Okay, you got the net back over, and with that stem piece with the slight bend, you want to just lay that on there, and you can see that's going to be the spot where it goes onto your belt. That's where it's going to connect to your belt right there. Okay, you can see once again the slight bend. This is going to be the top part that's going to go and get covered with the tape. This is the part that's going to stick over your belt, and we're going to want to kick this end back in just a little bit. So we're going to pick it up, make sure everything's straight. And now do you see that gave us a slight kickback? So it's not pointed out, it's not going at that straight angle. Now it's coming down and it's kicked slight back. Just has a slight little kickback right there. And what that's going to do is your belt is going to go right here. That's going to go right over top your belt, and then the weight of the net, gravity is going to hold your net on. But we're going to go ahead and show you how to put that on your net so this makes more sense. Okay, we're right over top of the net, and this is the stem piece that you're fabricating. As you can see, there's your kickback, your little angle coming back, and that's going to go and sit right on top of your net. And when you put this in place, you're going to want to center it, and you're going to want to make sure that this isn't down in your net where it can catch your net and tear a hole in your net. So you're going to want it up on your handle a little bit like this. And I'm going to hold it right in place. I'm going to actually turn this around, and when it's in place, you're going to see now you created a nice little spot to catch your belt. As this is hanging, your belt's going to slide straight into here, and that's what's going to hold it in place. The weight of the net's going to hold it down, and that's where your belt's going to go right there. So let me show you how I put this on the actual handle of the net. I'm going to take my electrical tape now. Let me go ahead and remove that. I'm going to take my electrical tape. I'm going to start down here, and I'm going to put a layer of electrical tape going up my handle. Get up towards the top. Down a couple spins, pull it tight, tear it off. Now I'm going to take the actual stem piece that I cut, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to wrap it with some electrical tape as well. And the only part that you want to build up is that part that's going to sit against your handle. That's good. That's going to sit right there. Next, I'm going to take some tape, roll it up like you're seeing, sticky sides out. What I'm doing is creating a little spot for that to sit in. And you can see that sits in there real nice. Gonna add a couple more of those, and that's gonna fill that void as we take our electrical tape over it and finish that part of the project. Make sure you still have that gap in here, that's important. and one more on each side. Alright, I'll give you a quick look from the side. That's how it looks, and that's, of course, is where your belt's going to go. But before that gets out of place, you've filled in those little voids. Sorry, I hit the camera there. On each side. And that'll keep this from rolling. Now you're going to take your electrical tape. You're going to start at the top, and you want to keep it tight. And you want to start going around all that. Keep it tight and just keep twisting it and build yourself. Get to the bottom, give it a couple extra wraps at the bottom. And I'm going to keep it tight. I'm going to work my way straight back up. Go ahead and work it down again. This time I didn't wrap it so closely. I'm going to work a couple in behind there. Give a little support back there. It's holding really nice and tight now. Back up again. Okay, I'm probably overdoing it, but one more thing I'm going to do, and I did this the last time I made one of these. I'm going to take some strips of tape like this. I'm going to bring it back in here. Actually, sticky side's going to be up. Get it back in, and I'm going to crisscross them. You can see I'm going to do that a couple times. And that's going to help hold that handle in place. Pull way back in, tighten it up, crisscross it. It's going to form a little more of a wedge in there as well for that to stay in place. And let's do one more of those. A little longer piece this time. And with the tape up, the sticky side up, get that back into there, crisscross it, and then once again I have to make some tight wraps on the handle to hold that all in place. And that should be good. That's not going anywhere now. And also it makes that handle a little bit thicker, and I think it adds a little better grip, which is always good when you're trying to net the big boy. With the handle the way we want it, next thing we're going to do is we're going to add our bungee cord. This bungee cord here is approximately 30 inches long, and that's the size that I think works absolutely great. It gives you a lot of reach, and also if you drop your net, you can just grab a hold of it and pull your net right back up to you. As you'll see with most nets, including our net, it comes with this little thin bungee cord. Works fine. It's just not quite long enough for my liking, but it works for most people. You can use that, or you can do what I'm going to do here, and I'm going to take this bungee cord and this end here, and you have to make sure these are the bungee cords that have metal on the ends. You can't use one of the plastic bungee cords. I'm going to take my pair of pliers and I'm going to bend that around a little bit, and you can see it's kind of coming and forming like a circle. I'm going to take that on this end of the net. Now if you don't want to connect that to your net, you can get a quick clip, and you can just add a little quick clip into there, and you can do the same thing, and you can make it so you can take your net off this, but I'm fine with leaving that bungee cord on the net, then I never forget my bungee. And we're going to continue to bend that around, and once you get it really close, you can open your pliers up and you can pinch that down. I'm going to pinch it just a little bit tighter than that. I want to make sure it's touching so that net doesn't come off. And there it is. It's not going anywhere. And that's how you connect your bungee cord to your net. On the other side of your bungee cord, you're going to have to do the same thing. You're going to have to bend that in. And pinch that tight. And you can see, I'll pinch it a little bit tighter, and there you go. Now it's formed a loop. And the idea of that is your quick clip's going to be able to grab that. You want to make sure that loop's tight enough that your quick clip's just not going to come out of that. So that's going to be the end of your quick clip. And this is an S clip here. And I'll show you here in a few minutes the way I attach that to my actual weighting, my waders and my wading belt. Another cool feature that I wanted to point out about this nifty little net hook that I designed is, so your hand's naturally curved. You can see your net's going to lay right here, and putting this hook on your net and then wrapping it with all this electrical tape puts a really nice curve in the back side of your net that fits naturally right there in your hand where you need it to be. See that? Perfect fit. So when you grab it, there's no gap between your net and your hand, and it fits in there perfectly. Okay, now you've seen Benny P's do-it-yourself hook net system made. Let me throw on my pair of waders and I'm going to show you exactly how this system works. Alright, the waders are on. My belt is secure. It's not too tight, it's not too loose. And we're going to go ahead, and the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our S-clip, and I'm just going to clip it right to there. And the idea of that is if you drop your net, now it's connected to your body. But another good thing about this S-clip, if you need to hand your net off to somebody, or you need your net off your side, look how quick and easy that is. Okay, continuing on, you're going to want to place your net in your hand. You're going to swivel back around. This is right back behind me on my left hip. You see how I pulled my belt out there? And you can see, look closely, that net's right on there. Now if I just reach back for my net, I net my fish with my left hand, I hold my rod with my right hand, I can just reach there, grab my net, scoop that fish up, get a quick picture to show my buddies, drop it back in, just like that, reach back here, and my net's back on my side. Okay, once again we're going to do this in real time. Clip, turn it around, reach for your belt, pull it out with your thumb, drop it in place. Boom. Cast back out, hook a fish, bring your fish, reel it in, get them right where you need them, lift up at the end, reach out with your net, scoop your fish up, put your rod in your rod holder or between your legs, however you hold it. This thing's slicker than possum poop right here. Reach in, fish out, picture, throw it back in, something you can post, send to your buddies. And then once again, put your net, reach in, grab your belt, tuck it down, and you're ready to start fishing again. Okay, thanks to everybody for watching our videos, and I would like to say on behalf of the whole Lively Legz crew, I'd like to thank all of our supporters over the years. Without you, this wouldn't be possible. Mike and I started this venture several years ago, and it was just for fun. We never thought in a million years a product that we came up with in a little store that we started online would someday help feed our families and help us feed an industry and a sport that we're very proud to be part of. Without the support of our family, friends, customers, without our veterans who've made this possible, we wouldn't be here today. So I want to take this second to say thank you to everybody who supported us. Well, that's going to wrap up the video, and I hope you liked the video. I hope you learned something from it, and until next time, best of luck on the water.